The former South African president, Jacob Zuma, is not as innocent in the VBS Bank crisis as he may seem to be. Please kindly subscribe, like and share as we go into the details. Similar to the economic freedom fighters, EFF, Zuma seems to have taken advantage of the bank by taking out a 6.5 million rand loan that he has failed to return. The details are as follows. Zuma borrowed 7.8 million rands from the now-closed VBS Bank in 2016 to pay for non-security improvements to his Nkandla home. But Zuma didn't begin paying back this loan until 2018, over 18 months after it was approved, when the bank was put under curatorship. This begs the important issue of whether Zuma ever meant for the loan to be returned or whether it was just a means of embezzling money from the bank. Moreover, it seems that officials at VBS Bank could have fabricated fictitious deposit entries against Zuma's account in order to give the impression that the loan was being paid off on a monthly basis. Even if this was not the case, this implies a concerted attempt to conceal the theft of money from VBS Bank. In addition to other political parties, the EFF was instrumental in making Zuma answerable for the Nkandla crisis. Thuli Madansila's report on the subject was not ignored thanks to their Pay Back the Money motto, which became a national rallying cry. But now that it seems that the EFF's deputy leader, Floyd Shivambu, received millions of rand from the bank, it seems that the party was also complicit in the robbery of VBS Bank. The VBS Bank scandal is a convoluted and intricate network of corruption, including politicians from many political parties. But one thing is certain. Jacob Zuma is not the helpless victim that he would have you believe he is. This money, which ought to have gone to the widows, orphans, and most vulnerable people of society who lost their life savings, is still in his possession because of his reluctance to return the 6.5 million rand loan. As the EFF and other politicians ought to be, it is time for Zuma to answer for his deeds. South Africans want leaders who are open, truthful, and dedicated to advancing the common good rather than their own self-interests. Once more, Julius Malema, the leader of the Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, held a news conference after the VBS report was made public to discuss the party's position on the crisis. Malema voiced his deep dismay at individuals responsible for the bank's failure, denouncing their actions as motivated by self-serving desires for personal gain at the cost of the underprivileged. He underlined how badly the failure of VBS would affect the rural communities whose deposits, which included burial societies and stockfuls, were inextricably linked to the bank. Malema brought attention to the terrible fact that because to the bank's poor management, these communities were left unable to pay to bury their loved ones who had passed away. Malema made a strong case for justice and responsibility at her news conference. He said that everyone discovered to have profited illegally from the bank's failure will be prosecuted. The EFF's unwavering commitment to defending the rule of law and guaranteeing repercussions for those engaged in financial crime is shown by its unwavering position on making wrongdoers responsible. Malema also spoke about the accusations made against Floyd Shivambu, the deputy president of his party. He said that the EFF leadership had received assurances from Shivambu about allegations made against him in the media, and there was no need for the party to question his honesty. The party's resolve to help its members throughout times of scrutiny and difficulty is shown by this declaration of support for Shivambu. To sum up, Julius Malema's reactions to the information in the VBS report highlight the EFF's adamant opposition to corruption, demand for justice, and steadfast backing of party members who are the subject of accusations. The party's principles of responsibility, openness, and unity in the face of hardship are affirmed in these declarations. Prominent ANC National Executive Committee, NEC member Nkandla Lung Isa fiercely denounced the accusations made against Floyd Shivambu, the deputy leader of the Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, calling them a witch hunt. The latest charges against Shivambu that have caused a great deal of controversy in South African political circles prompted Lung Isa's statements. Lung Isa described the accusations against Shivambu as politically driven assaults aimed at undermining the EFF's leadership at a news conference on Monday. In recent weeks, the accusations, which include accusations of financial misbehavior and corruption, have dominated news coverage and public discussion. Lung Isa said, "These accusations made against Floyd Shivambu are nothing more than a witch hunt. These allegations are obviously an effort